Hey guys, what's going on? Druzy here, back again with another South Park Phone Destroyer video, and we're back on the Adventure Locked account today. It's been a hot minute since I've made an Adventure Locked account video, but I felt like it was necessary with a lot of the changes that were discussed in yesterday's video about the upcoming balance changes that are going to be taking effect this next coming week into Phone Destroyer. If you haven't checked that video out, check that video out. It's obviously the video I made before this one. A lot of changes have been done, and primarily from what I've noticed lately with a lot of the changes that Redlinks has focused in on, it seems like two main themes seem to be the biggest focus lately of a lot of adjustment in more of a direction that's very weird, I guess you could say, and to hinder potentially certain focusing of maybe adventure locking. I think that superheroes and adventure has been the top two themes that seem to be the most changes have been done drastically to those themes in particular. Obviously there was a big change with Pope Timmy as well with this one, but you've seen the Inuit Kenny rework. Stand of Many Moons has had a big rework for the adventure theme. I think it's going to be much more difficult for people to adventure lock now. I think that Redlinks has really focused a lot on trying to remove that from the game. I have made an Adventure Locked account, obviously. This is what this video is about. I have numerous videos on it, and I'm probably going to keep doing it. This account obviously is dedicated to that. This is the main deck we're going to try out here in some matches. And again, while we kind of play these matches, we'll kind of just, maybe I'll talk a little bit about my thoughts and feelings on adventure locking, where I think it's kind of at right now, and whether or not you should do it. I guess I would say right now, right off the bat, before we get into this match, if you have not adventure locked at all as of this point, I would highly suggest most likely not doing it. If you're interested in what adventure locked means, what is that? I do have videos in the adventure lock playlist of videos about that simple thing. What adventure locking is, I explain all that stuff if you're interested in doing it at all. But as of right now, with the state of the game, I would probably suggest don't do it. But again, for someone like me in this specific account, as we start this match here against AI Marine, which I think I've played this kind of person before. This name kind of sounds familiar, and I have a feeling they are also adventure locking. So I guess we'll find out. Mark in the top corner. Santa right off the rip, probably an adventure lock account. When you look at it, adventure locking doesn't have a direct cancel right now. You're going to look at the rework, obviously, to Psalm. We don't really know all of the things that that's going to entail, and all of what that's going to mean. I'm very intrigued to kind of see where that's going to go, what kind of direction that's going to take on all this stuff. Okay, you're going to take all that. That's fine, is what it is. I'm kind of just going to let the Fart Bros do their thing here. See what we can get out of it. Get some decent deeps. All of that. But yeah, again, I don't think adventure locking is probably the right direction to go for many people. If it's something you're considering doing, or you've always kind of wondered, hey, should I try adventure locking? Again, like I said, I would consider not doing it. But it is kind of a unique challenge for someone if you're really interested in trying to establish yourself with a kind of more unique challenge and all that kind of stuff. As I and this person are kind of doing. So, I mean, there's those options if you're really considering that or really wanting to do something like that. But again, I don't know necessarily how efficient it's going to be and just how good it could be for you to try to do that. Here we go. We get all this extra deeps. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get my Inuit Kenny going. And yeah, he already knows. That's GG's. Good game. Nice outfit and all that stuff. There we go. We got that deeps there. Get a little bit of healing there. I'm going to go ahead and get my Poco Randy out here out front. And get Frontier Bradley going. Remember, Frontier Bradley got a slight tweak as well. Kind of a mini nerf. Nothing super extravagant and devastating, but a nerf nonetheless. So it will be interesting to see with those changes how he's going to end up doing. But yeah, again, if you're considering doing adventure locking, I would not do it. That's just my honest opinion. And, yeah, just my suggestion and all that kind of stuff. As I just don't think it's going to be as efficient. I really don't think this is going to remove some from the meta, even if you're not adventure locking, even if you're just making your main thing. I don't think it's really going to kill Psalm. We are going to destroy this phone and get right back to our discussion. Still think Psalm is going to be efficient and have efficiency within the meta and things like that. Ooh, I really need these power serums, like, really bad, and I'm probably not going to get them. Also, the big changes to Nathan. Wow, I'm not... Wow, just... Wow, I've pretty much committed at this point. I'm pretty much committed at this point. Remember the big changes to Nathan as well. That's going to be interesting to see how that could potentially work for me on my locked account and stuff like that. But again, you know, if you're considering adventure locking, you've never done it, you want to kind of do it to jumpstart your game, I don't know how efficient it's really going to be. The fact that you can't do events, the only way you can truly get a lot of materials, a lot of cards, copies, is primarily through Team Wars, which is obviously once a week, or if you're lucky enough to grind to, you know, to Legendary Arena like I have, you can get those adventure rewards each time adventure resets, or I'm sorry, every time Legendary reset kicks in. So there are some options, but obviously for someone brand new, it's not going to be easy for you to get to Legendary Arena very quickly or right off the rip. So I'm going to have to lightning bolt that, obviously. So yeah, again, I don't know if this is going to be the way to go here in the future. I'm going to hanky here. Get that going. We can kill this. Yep, that was a misplay and a half. I'm just going to let Randy do his thing. Please, for the love of God, don't hit anyway, Kenny. You go ahead and hit Stan. That's unfortunate. And I'm going to get all of these beautiful deeps there with my Inuit Kenny, plus that extra bonus damage. And here we go with Big Mesquite Murph. Okay, there we went temporarily with Big Mesquite Murph, so he's going adventure and fantasy. First theme combination, we're going to get Tally out here. Should stop our bar from going down. That's all that we really care about. Right off the rip to start. Yeah, just based on how I'm playing right now, isn't really proving my point as far as don't make an adventure locked account. I'm not proving my point, guys. Yeah, I'm going to have to just get rid of that. There's no way that's going to be helpful for me. Of course, I am making myself susceptible to Psalm, who is coming out, obviously, here. That's okay. I do have Satan at the ready. He's not max 3 on this account, but he's close. Give me something else, Bob the Builder. There you go. I ask and I shall receive. Ooh, I'm going to lose Hanky right off the rip, sadly. Hate to see it. It's okay, though. We get our fart bros out. And that'll take care of that relatively easily. Relatively quickly. Okay, you're going to put Bradley in a position I can destroy it. That's an interesting play there. Not overly concerned. We won? I'm so confused. I can't believe we won. But to me, obviously, Red Lynx has been putting a lot of time and focus into kind of themes that seem to be plaguing more the lower arenas, like Bronze and Silver League, primarily with superheroes as well as, you know, adventure and stuff like that. They don't seem to be putting as much focus, to me, at the higher tiers of PvP, because in the higher tiers, the two most dominant themes, hands down, are sci-fi right now, probably even over mystical. And now that mystical is getting that, I'll go ahead and do one more match, just because I can, so I can keep talking about some of my points. That it feels like that seems to be, again, the focus. I know I mentioned that last month with the balance changes, and it just continues to seem to kind of be leaning in that direction. I don't really know if the vast majority of the player base of this game really is in the lower arenas more so than it is in Legendary Arena. I don't know. I mean, maybe it's about 50-50. I know that the player base as a whole is going down. I don't feel like it's going up. So, you know, I don't really know the best way to really say one way or the other, you know, which way it's kind of leaning and whatever and whatnot. But yeah, it's just, I don't know. This game is definitely in a position that's, you know, unique, not ideal for someone like me that makes content for it, with this position of where the game is. But I don't really have any control over that, and I feel like Red Links, to some degree as well, isn't really doing them any favors right now with how some of this stuff is going. And maybe that's kind of stuff is subject to change. I don't really know. Guess we'll just have to wait and see.
How's the conformity going? Oh, harsh. So dumb. I bring you comfort. What the hell is going on?
This is when you get into Kenny out here, boys and girls. And I'm gonna get Sam again. That's a crap ton of deeps. Go with that. Big Mesquite Murph. Hopefully will save this bar for me. He will. Just barely. And then I can just go ahead and go forward. I'm not really doing a great job proving my point. What I've been saying about adventure locking isn't a good idea. Because based on how I've been playing, I've been doing a horrendous job of making that truthful. By winning all these matches. But yeah, like I said, if you're not adventure locking or you haven't done adventure locking as of yet, I would not suggest doing it. If you're in a position right now like myself that you've been that you have an adventure locked account such as this, you've been trying it out, you've been doing it a little bit. I mean, again, I mostly do it for the challenge aspect of it, more so than for really any other reason, to be honest. And I mean, it works. For me, at least in this match, for sure. It seems to be working. But how efficient is it really? It's not as efficient as you think, in my opinion. But it's fun. It's fun sometimes. Go with that. We'll blow all that up. Good lord. Oh my god, am I gonna lose this? No, I'm fine. Wow. That was close. Interesting. That almost worked out for him, but we do get the win. 3 nice wins in this video. So there you guys go, in my little video. A little ramble. A little discussion. All at the same time. Multitasking. Right? Multitasking. But, yeah. What are your thoughts and feelings on adventure locking? Do you think it's still a viable thing right now within the game? I also have some other potential ideas for video ideas with some discussions on some things that I think are going to be drastically changing within the meta going forward with these changes coming forward. I know that we're in prediction mode right now. We can't really prove the direction that the meta is going, but I think I have at least something that I want to kind of discuss a little bit as far as where I think the meta is going in a certain direction. And I may have to work on that a little bit to kind of get my point across. So I may do that a little bit tomorrow. I know that I have not been uploading as much content as I have done in the past. I've been a little lackadaisical with that the last few weeks. And to be honest, I've taken a mild break from the game. I did have fun with the last stream that I did this on Sunday and stuff like that. But I'm going to try to put a little bit more focus into continuing to put content out for you guys. Also with some more informative stuff, obviously beginner guide style things and things like that, to kind of help newer players out, if there are any actual newer players still coming into the game and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, I'm going to try to do the best I can to continue to update content here on the channel and be a little bit more active and focused on making videos for you guys. But thank you guys for continuing to be part of the Wizard gang and or being supportive of me on here on the channel. I do appreciate it immensely. But we're going to continue pushing forward with South Park Phone Destroyer until this game dies. Which, I don't know how long that's going to be. But thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. And as always, you know who it is.